secondary schools. Now, away from that, the National Assembly Committee on Administration and National Security will this morning visit the Directorate of Criminal Investigation headquarters along Kiambu Road. The DCI boss, George Kinoti, is expected to brief the MPs on the operationalization of the forensic laboratory, among other issues. Our reporter, Grace Courier, is following up on this story and now joins us live. Grace, good morning. What more are we set to see today?
A very good morning to you, Michelle. And indeed, it's been about 2 hours here at the DCI headquarters. And of course, as you did mention, we are here because the National Assembly Committee on Administration and National Security is set, to conduct an inspection visit here at the DCI headquarters, and of course to also receive a briefing from the DCI boss, that is George Kinoti. And indeed, they are already here. We've seen familiar faces like those of Ngunjiri Wambugu, who is the Nyeri Town Member of Parliament. Only that, as at now, the session is happening in camera, meaning, as media, we're not allowed to get access to where the meeting is currently ongoing between the committee members and the DCI boss, that is George Kinoti. But of course, later on, because we've been told to wait anyway, we have been waiting at the reception for, I said, 2 hours now. We are hoping that perhaps afterwards, the committee members or even the DCI boss himself will address us on basically what it is that they've been discussing. Now, Michelle, there are 4 issues that the DCI boss, George Kinoti, is expected to brief the committee members. The first one being the operationalization of the forensic laboratory. We will remember that this lab took quite a couple of years to be constructed or to finish up the construction. It took a decade or so, and so we are basically expecting the DCI boss to tell us, if it is already if it's already in operation, Michelle, because you remember that this lab is set to aid in the investigations of, various cases, murder, rape. Therefore, it is a really key area in this, especially in this era where we are witnessing various crimes. Now, the next thing that the DCI boss is set to address is the registration and issuance of certificates of good conduct. We also have the status of the investigation on contraband goods. This is a war that various leaders in the nation, led by, even the Interior Security Cabinet Secretary, that is Dr. Fred Matiang'i, at one point actually says that it is a war that could actually claim the lives of some of us, in his words. Therefore, it is a war that Kenya has been fighting. And of course, we did see even President Uhuru Kenyatta last year in Machakos oversee the destruction of some of these contraband goods, including 149 motor vehicles, foodstuff, fake electronic drugs, laboratory equipment, and so on. And now the last point will be on an update on ongoing investigation on the cases of corruption in the country. Now, this is really key, Michelle. Seeing the kind of scandals that we've been witnessing in the country, the latest one being the Aror and the Kimwarer multi-purpose dams in Elgeyo Marakwet. You'll remember that here at the DCI headquarters, we did see Treasury CS Henry Rotich grilled for 2 days with about 300 questions to him. Last week, we saw Agriculture CS Mwangi Kionjuri, Devolution CS Eugene Wamalo. They were all here, after being summoned by the DCI just to answer, or rather just to give a brief of what it is that they know about these 2 dams, and not only on these dams but on various corruption cases that we've witnessed as a country. So this is really, really key, Michelle. We'll be waiting to hear, what the DCI boss will have told the committee members in regard to how far we are in as far as dealing with corruption cases is concerned. Because, Michelle, also you've seen lots of these people arraigned, but really, do we really get to the bottom of this? So these are some of the questions that I'm hoping the committee will be asking the DCI boss. And if they do not ask, then if we get an opportunity to speak to him, Mr. George Kinoti, we will definitely be asking him some of these questions.